YouTube, Lenny Sly, roguewarriorstc.com. Welcome to another video. This video, yeah, I'm sure this one's gonna light your ass hairs on fire when you see this. You wanna talk about pain compliance? This is about as brutal as it's going to get. I don't want to spoil it for you. You guys already read the title on this. This is the most serious form of application that I've ever seen, and we're going to work off of what we did on the last video with the ukemi-wise and the footwork. So, without further ado, I'll be right back. We'll see you in a minute, and we're going to get cracking on this video. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. I'm back. Hi, Rod. Rod's here with me today, and this is Yonkyo. So the last video that we did was start off with tenkan. It turned into almost like a dori iri minage. We're going to go off of the same ukemi aspect of that, the same application or the same beginning of technique with that, and we're going to show you how to apply Yonkyo. Instead of a riminage, because that was the last video, now we're going to show you how to apply Yonkyo. This technique is just, it's just fucking brutal, plain and simple. I learned this application of Yonkyo years ago, probably back in 2006 from Sensei, and the way how he applied it to me was, yeah, it was, my eyes started watering right away. It was that good. It was really that good. I'm not really a big supporter of Yonkyo off of the wrist application, like your traditional shomanuchi technique, yokomanuchi. Personally, I think that's bullshit. It's, yeah, you can feel it, but not like how Rod's about to feel it, because that Yonkyo is 100 times different and 1,000 times more painful. So,はい、お願いします。お願いします。Okay, so basically, I'm going to start off with tenkan, where he's going to go to grab the tenkan. From here, we've talked about this before. Again. Don't let this happen here. And remember, the hand strength is important, not so much the arm strength. The hand strength of the grab is important so you can actually start applying the tenkan aspect. But this is all blending. You want to blend with this attack, and you're going to want a tenkan from here. So as this happens, you tenkan, come up from underneath. You're almost in that position of where you would do ikkyo, okay? Now you're going to enter in behind. You're going to grab the back of his head by his neck at this point, right there. Now I'm in what we call the shikaku. I am in the blind spot. His natural reaction, obviously, because I'm going to help direct him, is to turn right into this, okay? Then from there, this is where the magic happens. You're going to open your hand and you're going to apply Yonkyo right to his face, and you're going to squeeze, push him down at that point. Then if the hand is there, you can apply a pin on however you want to pin. Okay? So one more time. So the tenkan application, moving through, going right into this. Okay? Now here's something that I want to point out, that as he tenkans around, you're not striking the face, you're coming up from underneath, but you're coming up on this angle to where you're hitting that spot right there. In Yonkyo, okay, you're using this knuckle to apply Yonkyo on a nerve ending in the forearm. And you're applying this Yonkyo, okay? And then as you bring them down to the ground, you're pinning them out this way. This, I can see how this works if you have strong hands and the ability to apply Yonkyo. But this is the fastest application of Yonkyo that I've ever seen with the most effective results that I've ever seen. So, tenkan, move through, right there, and there's the plus of Yonkyo, you're pinning right away. Okay, at that point. Now you can hear Rod's reaction to this. I'm probably applying the technique at, I would say, about 65% pressure. If it was 100% pressure, chances are, because of the way how the technique is being applied right there, you're actually applying this and you're pushing this kind of up and down in. Now remember, I'm holding his neck, so I'm securing his head. As the saying goes, wherever the head goes, the body goes. So if I just let go and did this, he can just pull back away from that, and then the application is dead in the water. But because I'm holding onto the back of his neck, and I'm not holding him on here, I'm not turning his head sideways, I'm not doing this like how I would the Rimi Nage trying to do that. I'm basically getting him to turn right into this. The other thing too is you want to squeeze right there with your thumb and your index finger as you're applying this. I'm squeezing this. So now it's affecting his molars as well, it's crushing that, and you got to be careful that you don't squeeze too hard. When you're practicing this with people and you're just starting off learning how to do this, it's best to just get to there and work that slowly. But the only problem when you do that is, notice how his head started raising by doing this? You'll have a tendency to go up and hit that point, and the uke's head is going to move. Now obviously, I have to be compassionate towards my uke, okay, so I don't seriously hurt him. But we also have to be able to show and apply technique appropriately so you, the viewer, the aikidoka, can see the application of technique and see how effective it is. If I'm sloppy with this technique, the uke is going to back off. He's going to be able to escape. This is one of those applications that, unfortunately, this is so fucking brutal how it's applied that you can't let the uke escape. That's why we hold the back of the neck. That's why you're able to drive him down to the ground fast. Okay. You also kind of you have to know your pain threshold with your ukes as well. That you're not overbearing with it to where you're crossing the line, and that you're not pussyfooting around with it too, to where you're holding back from application. So there's like a happy medium in the middle of the effectiveness of technique with being honest with application, okay? But just enough honest application to where it's working effectively. There's not two ways on how to do this. Blast him in the face or touch the aikido to where it's soft. There is a happy medium. Now, how you'd apply this to somebody on the street, you would drive that home. You would completely blast them to the point where you'd probably bust open their nose and their nose would start bleeding from that, because that application is going to start pushing the nose up. And there's a really good chance that you're going to create a nosebleed with this if you apply this with serious pressure of technique. On the street, perfect. Exactly what you want. In the dojo, you got to have kindness and compassion, honesty and integrity while you train with your uke, so your uke can continue to train and learn. So you don't want to smash your uke with this technique. Okay, but you also, like I said, you have to have proper technique being applied where you're able to take your uke and know what the pain threshold is. That's how serious this technique is. Okay, again, so tenkan application, come up underneath, get into the shikaku. As he turns, it's right there. You're applying straight down. If this presents itself where he hits the ground and his hand comes up, then you can grab onto this. You don't want to grab on this way because he's going to close his hand at you, and then the application is going to change. You want to get to the point of where you're just grabbing a couple fingers, 3 fingers. Now, I was just talking about the pain threshold with your uke. I know that Rod's ring finger is not 100%. So I want to be able to apply this by using 3 fingers. What I found out from this particular standing pin, that it's easier to grab and more effectively apply it if you grab the pinky, ring finger, and middle finger. If you grab index finger and middle finger, this change, you feel the difference on it? This changes. It's not as solid of a pin. But if I grab these 3, it changes the application. Okay. Also with Yubidori, you can crush the fingers together, so you're squishing the knuckles together to add some extra pain to this to get the uke to tap out and get him in a position to where you have this neutralized. You okay? Okay, so let's go from the left side. So, tenkan, couple, cut underneath, right to this, straight down to the ground. That time he kept his hand down, that's fine. You're still covering his center, and then you tenkan out of that, and you escape from whatever the next technique might be. So, again, moves through, cut, Yonkyo. Now I have this hand again. If you wanted to turn this over to where it's belly down instead of belly up, which you could also apply this straight armbar Nikyo application at that point, okay? It's not gonna work this way because he just bends his elbow. So you're gonna wanna turn this out and have that application from that standing pin. If you needed to, you can knee right on his gut and you can apply. If you get the finger lock here, you can grab his wrist, start to move over to the outside, grab his elbow, push his elbow into his face like you're doing an ikkyo, and roll him over. And then you have the regular standing pin. And you step on his hand and you can back off. So one more time. Ike, you okay? Everything fine with this? Not too hard? Okay. So move through, right in. There's the application. There's the pin. Roll him over. Hey, where are you, Dana?
I'm moving around.
Okay. Lock him up. Step on the hand if you want, or back off, reset, you're ready to go. So, one last time just on the actual application, so we'll walk through this part. Moving through. Remember, you're not tilting the head. You're in the shikaku. You're in the blind spot. You're holding his neck firmly. It's not loose. You're not grabbing the back of the gi. Remember, wherever the head goes, the body goes. So you want him to turn right into this. So let's go back. So from here, as I turn, this is going to come up right into the Yonkyo application. One more. What you don't want to do is this, because then he stops, which is fine, because then you can cut this into kaikanage and you can move it into something else. But you don't want to do that. You want this turning right, so you're marrying the two together. You're marrying his face with the Yonkyo. Face, meet Yonkyo. Yonkyo, destroy face. Right? Tenkan, move through. See, it's right there. Application, there's the pin. Move off, and you're done. Right? Arigato gozaimasu. So, that was Yonkyo. One of many variations. You can pretty much apply this Yonkyo to anything. Yoka Minuchi. We did a video already on Kauski Yonkyo. So you'll see hand deflections that are involved with that. I'm going to post that video sometime mid next week. But I'm posting this video now so you guys get a head start on what's to come. So that's it for me. Like I said before, check out our new website, roguewarriorstc.com. Check out our online dojo. See what we have to offer there. We have some new stuff that's coming down the pipeline with that. It's gonna be a whole new category that I'm gonna build into the Tenshin Aikido platform. So if you're already a member of Tenshin Aikido, this is just more stuff that you're gonna get. If you're not a member of the Tenshin Aikido platform, you definitely wanna get off your ass and get moving on these classes. This is the best shit on the internet. This is the best Aikido online class platform that you can find anywhere, period. Look at how I instruct in these videos. I do the same thing in the online classes. Everything's broken down in detail. You can't go wrong with it. So, you like the video, hit a thumbs up, throw a comment down below, share the video with all your friends, and good job, Rod. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.